Hit exclamation mark enter to find out if you're the one greeted.
Oh, yeah. Everybody gets one.
No,
X
sharing is trash.
of a greeting. Yeah. Make sure to claim your fraction of a greeting.
Many pennies.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Everyone can only hear me and Steph.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, yep. You guys missed a bunch of really great bits.
Really.
Wasn't a mistake on my part. We're good.
Yeah, you missed.
On their own.
Everybody missed a really good bit, and now they can hear the bit as we redo it.
No.
Okay, ready?
Are we not streaming?
Action.
Small.
Greeting adventure. Oh, greeting.
Oh,
just one
fun.
greeting?
Oh, what an idiot. I didn't mean one greeting. Maybe you get a fraction of a greeting.
Exclamation mark enter to see if the greeting is yours.
All right, that's
there's
fine.
a Bitcoin joke that we make also.
Bitcoin joke. Yeah, just picture a Bitcoin joke. The
Yeah.
best Bitcoin joke.
You've ever heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is none.
It's a low bar to clear, but we fucking nailed it.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Welcome everyone. Everyone gets a welcome to our tavern night for Adventure March. We are so excited to do it. I'm taking these glasses off now. The bit's done.
Nobody heard the bit, so it doesn't matter.
Nobody heard the bit. It's fine. Now it's a subtle bit. Last month I had these. Now I have these. It's fine.
Wait, are those not new
subtlest of
glasses?
They were. What? No, these just like, I guess, I don't know why they're just blank lensed glasses.
It's amazing to me how many people want to pretend to be vision impaired.
These they're like sunglasses, but just not. I guess we got them for Kirk and Kennedy. Each got a pair of fake sunglasses for St. Patrick's Day. That's the holiday, and I wore them.
Well,
They're super cool glasses.
yeah. If you
Thanks.
were someone who needed glasses, those would be a fun pair of glasses to own.
Yeah, if you want to send me those, I will get real lenses put in those.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I actually really like those.
What a
They're
great,
very cheap
ooh,
plastic.
What a
so-
great idea, though. Can we just start popping? I think that's basically what Zenny is, right? They take like trash glasses and pop in prescription lenses.
Excuse me. I like my Zenny glasses.
I just mean like because they're so
Rude.
cheap.
Rude.
All right, why don't we play some Dungeons and Dragons?
No, we need to work this out. I feel offended. I feel attacked.
No, I think your glasses are great.
I
Are
read
you
a
an
really
investor in Zenny? Is that what?
yeah, hell yeah. Hashtag got my Zennies on.
Great.
But no, legit. I read a thing on Vox the other day that was about how like the glasses industry is a fucking monopoly, and like they charge like 1,000% upcharges for glasses, and Zenny is the best because they don't.
But that was where I was going.
My
I
wife
was-
gets her glasses from Zenny.
My
too.
wife.
Oh my god, can we get
Borat on the show? I don't know.
No, can we get hashtag got my Zennies on to sponsors us?
I doubt it, but you can try.
Go for it,
Certainly
bud.
not if we don't start this show. So why don't we get rolling? Okay. So some time has passed since last you gathered in the tavern. You know, you guys have been doing adventures. You went off. You did a thing. You came back, and now you're looking to blow off some steam. So the 4 of you get together. Keth says he's going to meet you down there. You have no idea where he is.
Nice.
This is my favorite new bit. And you head down to the tavern when you remember. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
No tavern.
There's no uh-oh.
There's no such thing as uh-oh.
But what there is in town right now, stationed up in the town square, is a food truck.
A food wagon.
Yeah, a
So
food
hip.
wagon.
So hip.
Yeah,
Food
someone saw a business opportunity with no tavern in town, and they rolled up a food wagon that serves ale, but they only have one kind of ale, and meat, but they only have one kind of meat because it's a food wagon. There's not a lot of space. They only prepare it one way.
There wasn't a competitor tavern?
What?
There wasn't like a competitor tavern?
Mughamara wasn't really big enough for that. It's only just now big enough for a city council and a mayor. So
It's getting real gentrified because there's food trucks.
yeah. A food wagon rolled in from Kien to cover this hole in the economy.
Great.
So let's see. I'm going to turn to the chat here. I think this will be fun. I need a name for our food wagon. So if the chat can throw us a name for the food wagon, I'm going to pick the one I like the most. But you guys move on down to the food wagon where an elven man is. He's got a really fancy curled out mustache, a long pointed beard that goes down to about his belly button, and but it's like super thin. It doesn't poof out. He's just super thin beard.
And man,
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. It's more like a ponytail that's then wrapped back into the same bun.
yeah.
And he
Wait, that's the only kind of bun I know how to do.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
How else do you do a bun?
Well, like I mean, like that's you can see all of the tail on its way back down. There's like you could put your fist through the bun. It's real loose.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I don't have enough hair for that type of thing.
No. So you would just still like fold it all up into a tight bun.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
This
that's
guy,
how I do it.
No. He's pretty much got a tail that just touches itself.
Yuck.
That's not how buns work.
I know it's not a bun. That's what he's done. He's made us a ponytail, and then he's just tucked the tip of the ponytail back into the same hair tie.
Yeah. Never mind.
That was pretty good.
Go on.
Even if you do that, you're not going to be able to put your hand through it because if your hair
Sure you
is
could.
heavy enough to do that, it's going to fall down on itself.
Asher's hungry and he goes up.
Right, but you could lift it and put your hand through it.
Oh, sure.
So, the elven man calls out to you guys. He's got no line. He's just waiting for customers to come by, and as you come down, he's like, "Hey, come and check out our wares. I got some craft brews here for you."
Hey, can I get a fusion Demon Island taco, please? Because this is Brooklyn, right? I figure we've determined we're this close from a fucking Bao food truck.
He's like, well, all I have is this lamb on a stick.
Oh, I'll take one of those. That sounds great.
What else? You only have?
I'll take a few of those.
He's like, oh, wonderful.
Do you have any vegetarian options?
I have a stick.
Oh shit.
I'll have lamb on a stick.
Wait.
Asher is not canonically vegetarian. He's just wants to know.
What's your issue, Mike?
Um,
Lamb not vegetarian?
no. I'm trying to remember where in the timeline does this fall?
Semi non-canonically.
Great. Then yeah, Geppetto orders lamb on a stick.
I feel like it would be after. It's at least after Like,
I mean, it has to fall wherever we currently are, at least. So, in release of episodes, I'm not sure what would keep you from eating lamb that
Right.
may or may not have come out yet.
Did I
My-
not have a big bit about
no, that was my
Geppetto-
halfling.
Geppetto
Remember?
going vegan?
I don't remember that, but maybe. Anyway,
No. That was the Blubs.
Yeah, that
and
was
it
the Bloods.
Asher.
Yeah, well,
or-
no, it was the character whose
Same
name I
thing.
literally cannot remember right now.
Bandy.
forgot it.
Vandalos
Vandalos went vegan. And BP, because he was a bird.
No, I remember that.
All right. Regardless, you eat some lamb on a stick, I guess.
Right.
I can't wait to hear about this joke that you definitely made in your mind and never put out.
Now I'm really concerned that I have imagined this whole bit.
Comedy's meant to be explained, and like every time you explain it, it's as funny.
No, I'm God damn it.
Does Jennuvera want meat on a stick?
No.
Okay. Does she want ale? Does anyone want ale?
Yeah, of course.
Jennuvera does
Yes.
not want ale. She
Yes.
asks, do you have
Asher
good
drinks his
water?
craft brew.
I think we can get some water. Hold on just a minute. And you see him step out of the food
Mobile.
the food carriage, and he walks behind it to a rain barrel they have set out. He dips a mug in. He comes back. He's like, 4 gold.
For everything, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
All right.
The water was 3 silver.
That's still. Anyway.
Guys, I've got an idea.
What's your idea?
Come here. And he pulls everybody away.
What is it? What's your idea?
We could start selling water out here for 2 silver.
I can probably make water. Like
Gross.
water with.
I mean, if
No,
I drink
everyone
enough of these
relax.
ales,
Yeah.
I can make some water too.
Oh.
He tries to make water casting druid craft, and then he realizes, no, never mind. I just made it weird.
Jennuvera takes a sip of her raw water.
I mean, it's clean and
Is water
fresh.
a lambic?
Right.
Because it's sour.
Nope, it's
That's a-
fine.
Stuff that's a beer reference.
Oh.
I didn't get it.
Question
Right.
for you.
Let the edge kid explain it. That'll work out really well.
Thanks.
Gillick,
I got you
the
back.
lamb is really good.
This lamb is really good.
I assume you've already eaten the 3 of the 4 he gave you, so that's why.
Several helpings, yes.
So you guys find a small space to sit near the food carriage, which we're gonna call the Mug and Hamara, which
Yeah.
I
Yes.
enjoy
Yeah,
a
that's
lot.
definitely the best one.
Yeah.
And you guys are spending some time there when you see a fancily dressed dwarf who you recognize as the mayor of town is walking with
the mayor of town.
a human in gleaming armor wearing the insignia of the peacekeepers.
Jennuvera hides behind Asher.
Asher wild shapes into something big.
What do you wild shape into?
A bear.
A barrel.
Okay. So the barrel.
I'm trying to help someone out, but I can only turn into animals, and I've limited options.
So you turn into a bear. So now it's just Gillick and Geppetto sitting next to a bear.
Not the first
And-
time we've been here, huh, pal?
Nope. Somebody get this bear some lamb.
And
And
they
some
walk
clothes.
forward.
The bears.
The bear.
We're the bears.
You're a bear.
Man, what a great time that was.
The mayor says,
Of the bears.
Oh, yes, it appears he was right. I'm so glad that they are here for us to speak with. I'm sure you'll be happy to question them on the events that occurred.
Jennuvera casts invisibility on herself.
Okay.
Gebetto waves and says, "Hey, how's it going?"
The peacekeeper looks across all of you. He says, "Fine. I have a few questions about an incident that occurred a couple of weeks back, and we wanted to corroborate your story on it."
Asher folds his paws politely.
The mayor says he's talking about the baking accident, and he looks at you.
The bear looks at the mayor.
The peacekeeper says, "Enough. I wanted to speak to you about the tavern that burned a few weeks back. Were you there that evening?"
Yes, we were. We were quite drunk.
Okay.
And Gebetto like holds his glass up.
Do you recall any details about what occurred that night with the fire?
I recall it being very hot.
It's very hot in here right now.
I recall it being very dangerous. And I feel like I'm very lucky to be alive.
It seems
I
that
can agree with that.
the two of you and whoever was with you and the mayor are the only people who survived the fire who were inside when the fire began.
Wow,
Oh.
that is lucky. I bet it's because, Gillick and I, we work for Adventure Incorporated, so we're used to pretty dangerous stuff.
That's definitely true.
One time we were walking through the woods and we saw like so many lizard folk. It
Like,
was crazy. Like
a
so
lot
many.
of
Yeah.
lizard folk.
Like, and they had like catapults and stuff, and they looked at us and we looked at them, and
Like a lot
honest
of
to God,
catapults.
I'm not gonna say for sure this is what happened, but I think they saw how dangerous we were and they just kept on going. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they didn't. They wanted nothing to do with us.
yeah, so like
Oh, okay. So you saw nothing that you think may have caused this fire?
Not a thing.
oh, I mean, we don't get to go in the back or anything. Like, I'm sure it was unsafe business practices.
Gillick, I'm going to want a deception check from you
Okay.
for just flat out hard lying.
To a peacekeeper.
Gillick takes a sip from his flask and then rolls deception. 14.
His eyes narrow at you, and he says, "The fire seems to have started in the main dining area."
The bear looks surprised.
Gebetto is surprised. What? Wait. If it happened in the main area, what were they doing cooking in the main area? That's crazy.
Yes. You can understand that there is a lot at stake here that we are looking into, and anything you know would be very helpful for us to know. I think they've been pretty clear. They told you everything they knew. They were drunk. They remember nothing. It was an unfortunate baking accident. We're all very sad about it, and we're all going to move on now, if you will let us be.
Yeah, I guess the only thing that it did smell weird in there when we came in. I don't know. I'm not a health inspector. But I do wonder if all of the flues were cleaned in the in the oven and everything, so that everything was up to code.
Difficult to check now, but I suppose I could climb through the rubble and see what I can discover.
Gillick downs his ale and then takes a sip from his flask.
I'll be back. and he leaves.
Another ale, please.
Asher turns into a human.
So does
Or-
Jennuvera.
oh God.
No, wait.
What?
You are humans now.
Both of you?
Surprise!
The mayor turns as you do that. The mayor's like, "No, not now, not yet. He's not far enough away."
Asher
Turns
flips him
back
off.
invisible
Asher flips him off.
and
I
then
don't
whispers, "I can only do that one more time."
care. Asher still flipped him off.
Okay, he's far enough away now. He turns back.
Jennuvera is seeable again. Visible.
He may be
Visible.
back.
Wow.
Seeable.
Would you doable? Would you kissable? I wouldn't doable. I wouldn't kissable.
He may be back, so be prepared. Hopefully we won't have to. Hopefully he finds what he's looking for and moves on.
I'm very good at lying.
Great.
Bluff check.
He's here representing the moneyed interests I have in Verena that were ensuring the safety of the building. He's ensuring that everything I claim is true. And since we are in such close proximity to Adventure Incorporated, it seems that when the building is destroyed by adventurers, that's not covered by my insurance policy. So I think we all serve to protect ourselves and do a little better for our own self-interests by reminding ourselves that this was a baking accident and that no one is at fault here.
What do you think they would do with someone who was at fault?
Yeah.
Oh, that peacekeeper has full authority to arrest anyone who is responsible for the murder of 11 people.
11 people.
That's interesting.
Yeah, what a terrible thing.
Gillick, drink some more.
God.
Now, it would be very unfortunate for me to be out the funds that I was hoping to get from this particular endeavor, but it would be very unfortunate, I believe, to be responsible for the murder of 11 people, which I am not.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that would be. Hey, how many of those funds were you looking to make from this?
Oh, the insurance policy is of no matter. Don't you worry about that. That's for me to sort out. It was my establishment after all. I think it'll be okay. But
Yeah,
don't worry. We have already begun working on the tavern. I took up a collection among the town. The town wanted another tavern to be built. Said it'll probably be a while before I get funds from my moneyed interests in Verena. If you would like me to build a tavern, go fund me and I will build one. And they did. They all chipped in a little bit and funded a new tavern, which we will be putting up post haste. So
Hey, I tell you what, it sure would be cool to repay those people when those funds come in. You know, for the short-term loan that they gave you.
Yeah.
It wasn't a loan. It wasn't a loan. It was a donation out of the kindness of their heart because they wished to see a pillar of the community in its time of difficulty rise up once again. It was it wasn't without any backing on their own part. Now they are all members of our new exclusive mug club that will be coming up with the new establishment. We'll etch a number into the bottom of a glass mug and they can get that same mug every time. Well, that's a deal. It's it only costs 30 gold for each of them to be a member of the mug club. We as they pooled it together. I think it's a steal. It's a lifetime membership to the mug club. You just have to pay a maintenance fee every year.
Asher looks at Gebetto and says, "Can you do the pointy messagey thing?"
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
That
To me.
who for
At me.
for what?
Well, that's the whole point.
Oh. Hey, Asher, what's going on?
I hate this guy. Can we take him down and extort him in some way?
And Gebetto turns to him out loud and goes, "Yeah, I mean that's kind of where we were getting at with this."
Cool. I make sure we're on the same page. Continue. And Asher clasps his hands together and looks more smug.
Hey, so yeah, I was just thinking it sure would be terrible news if, like, I don't know, it were to come out that this wasn't, an accident.
Oh, that would be terrible. Terrible news, because 11 murders is a lot of murders.
I agree.
Yeah.
Lots of murders.
And it's
That would
crazy because, like,
terrible.
nobody knows who the murderer was. It could be anyone that survived.
Well, it's funny because I told the peacekeeper I was there and I definitely saw some people, but I couldn't really piece it all together, and I've just been so stressed under my lack of funds coming in from the insurance claim that I haven't been able to piece it all together. So there's always a possibility that my mind clears and I remember something about that night.
Did you really tell him that you're under stress because you didn't get enough from an insurance claim? That sounds like you were looking for an insurance claim.
Does it?
Yes.
Did I actually say that? I guess you won't know.
Right. That's fair. No, good point. I just was making sure. I'm just trying to make sure your story's straight, dude.
Yeah, we're looking out for you.
Yeah.
It would be.
And you're doing a wonderful job of it. I very much appreciate it. And as long as you continue to look out for me, I would be happy to look out for you.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I just. Gosh.
Jennuvera's tummy hurts.
Gosh.
Does she say that out loud?
Gosh, it would just be
My
so strange if
tummy
there was a
hurts.
second unfortunate accident in the new place. Like, that would seem like someone's doing it on purpose for insurance money.
It could seem like that, or it could seem like I was the victim being targeted by someone who was not happy with the new regime that has taken hold in Mughamara, who could possibly be unhappy with the way that power has shifted in this town.
Yeah, I guess, anyone could. That's
Yeah, really,
crazy.
anyone.
What a
That's-
crazy question.
Gosh, when
Probably
people just
not
come in and
anyone
decide
on the
they're...
city council or here in Mughamara who voted for us, but I suspect there could have been people cut off from Mughamara who might feel wronged in some way.
Right, or it could be the people that felt like, why do we suddenly have a mayor when we've
Or
never
it
had
could
a mayor
just be
before?
people who want to get along and it's totally fine and things are fine and it's fine.
I agree. I think
agree
things
too.
are fine, and everything will be fine.
Everything will be totally fine. Everything's good. Everything's fine.
Everything's gonna be great.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Wonderful.
Yeah, everything's
That's
definitely
what I wanted
gonna
to
be
hear.
great.
Excellent.
Yeah, totally great.
Well, I just wanted to make sure we were all in agreement
Yep.
that everything would be great, and that we are all very upset about how unfortunate this baking accident was.
What an
Terrible.
unfortunate baking accident.
Terrible, unfortunate accidents.
I see
What?
that I have someone who's come to fill the void of the tavern in the short term. Wonderful. Love seeing that. He turns to the cart. He says, Mug and Hamara, huh? He flips them a gold piece. He says, another round on me. And then he walks off down toward the remains of the tavern.
Asher
Actually,
throws the beer towards his direction.
no. What a waste. Asher, if you're not thirsty,
No, I just hate that guy.
I mean, you can ask around. I think Gillick and I are plenty thirsty for everybody.
I'll buy you.
Yeah.
I'll buy y'all a drink. If you want a drink, I'll get you a drink. I just hate that
It
guy.
just feels
My
like a
head
waste.
hurts.
I'm trying a new thing. I'm trying to do like the. I'm trying to do the like, not get angry but get passive aggressive thing. Like it's.
I don't know if that's better. Also,
I don't know. It's like it's a new character thing I'm trying for it just seems like I can't use my rage. I barely use it, so I might as well use some parts of it.
Sure.
I feel like this is a little bit more. I'm not.
guys, do you
a
think
bit
I should
more
turn
social-
myself in?
Oh no,
Oh,
that's
no.
ridiculous. Absolutely, you should not turn yourself in. 11 murders is a lot of murders.
I'm sure that guy slit like 10 of their throats. Let's be real.
Yeah, you probably only killed the bartender at most.
Yeah, let's be honest.
That's still.
And that one technically isn't even murder.
I just feel.
Because like he challenged you to. Well, I mean, you challenged each other to a fight.
Yeah.
you know,
You
what
won.
happens at the end of a fight is like,
I just feel like, I don't know, like I feel like I need to do some sort of like,
Help us take down this asshole mayor then.
I
He
don't
sucks.
really understand why we need to worry about that.
I mean, she propped up the asshole mayor. Like she's probably
Doesn't-
not going to help take him down.
Yeah, I mean, he still sucks.
Also, he knows I murdered 11 people.
Mm. You know, like alcohol plus like fine powder that's like really, you know, like statically charged is an explosive. So
You know, alcohol just means that you don't have to be responsible for your actions.
No,
Yeah, it
Oh,
wasn't
it takes a
you,
sip from his flask.
Jennuvera.
no, this is bad.
Yeah.
no, it's bad. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely bad.
It's like such a
Yes, it is
terrible moment.
very bad. What are we talking about? Adnan is there.
Oh, hi,
God.
Adnan.
Hey, Adnan. We were just talking about, well, you know, the baking accident.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard about the baking accident. Yes, the
Yeah.
mayor was telling me about it. It sounds awful.
Yeah, the mayor sucks.
Oh, I've had pleasant conversations with the mayor. He seems perfectly fine.
Adnan, how do you like your life down here? Your new house and stuff.
Oh, yes, the new house is wonderful. I'm not really sure what I'm doing yet. I think that there was some push for me to try and join an active seat on the council. Seems there's no active seats right now, but I have made my intentions known so that when such a thing becomes available, I'll be a shoo-in, I'm sure.
Okay, so this is after canonically he opened up the Shadow Realm. Then, sorry, just
I mean,
Rob,
that's
the man.
does it matter?
No,
Yeah. Yes, it does matter. You know what? He asked for a reason. Yes, it matters.
Then yes, I mean, yes, it is. That happened a while ago, so yes.
word.
That's already happened on the released episodes also, so it's fine.
God, that would have been bad.
Well, it's fine. Thanks for checking first.
I actually listened to the show, despite what you think. I just
Despite what you think.
To spite what you think.
To spite what you think. Gotcha.
Yeah, so yes, that is post this. Sure.
Great.
You guys have sent him down after the fact to live down here to try and gain a seat on the council so that you have more sway in the goings on of Maghamara. I've been doing what I can to forge meaningful bonds and connections with the people of town so that they might feel comfortable with me as a seat like that ever opens up. Some 3 workers walk by and they're like, "Hey, Adnan." He's like, "Oh, hello. Say, it's working already."
You know, Adnan, I feel like you'd be a great mayor.
Well, let's take it one step at a time here. I have no practical political experience. I don't want to jump on anyone's toes. You know what I mean? And like I said, I have very pleasant interactions with the current mayor. I think he's doing great things for this town.
Yeah, but doesn't he seem like kind of a dick?
Yeah.
Don't we all seem like kind of a dick from time to time? You know, it's
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I seem like a dick, but I'm like upfront about it. He's like really like he's like, "Oh, you're a good friend," and then he walks away, and you're like, "I don't know if I believe
I
him."
feel like we should probably
Asher,
just
you're
like
a barbarian. Sorry,
What's
go
that
ahead.
supposed to mean?
No, I just feel like we should probably let this go for right
Never.
now. Like I feel like
No, you know, I want to dig in on this a little bit more too.
Gillick, what do you think?
I only say that you're a barbarian. because-
I don't want to dig too deep into this either.
If only there was a 5th person to break this tie.
Yeah, I wonder
only
what Kat thinks.
Barbarian Asher, because I feel like perhaps you don't have a lot of experience with politicians. They're all very much pleasant to your face. That's part of the job. It's something I've been trying to work very hard on. So, I forgot to begin how I want to begin this. He goes to shake each of your hands. He starts with you, Asher.
Asher like shakes his hand, but is like surprised, so he does like kind of the dead fish.
Sure. He clasps your hand on the other side
Oh.
with his hand, and he's like, shakes it for you. And he's like, oh, it is a pleasure to see you in town. And he turns to you, Jennuvera, to do the same.
Jennuvera, yeah, shakes his hand.
He happily shakes it, and he turns to Gebetto.
Gebetto grabs his elbow with his free left hand. You know what I mean? He does like the one hand here and then boom on the elbow.
Yeah. He's like, oh, he's like, you have a strong grip for a tiny hand. I like it.
Wow, what a
you could
jab.
shake your hand, Gillick.
Grabs my hand.
Yeah.
Hi.
I learned this trick from some of the other council members. They always, every time they interact with anyone in town, they shake their hand vigorously and they repeat their name back at them.
Oh, sorry. Gillick downs the rest of whatever ale's in front of him.
Okay.
Extends his hand and grabs Adnan's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Am I doing this right?
Yes. He grabs your hand with his other hand as well, and he's shaking it vigorously, and he says, this is so wonderful. I'm really enjoying this. I think I could really come to enjoy getting to know people and enjoying this experience and representing them. And if I get elected, that's really going to be a pleasure for me.
They're still shaking hands, right? As he's saying all of this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So this is okay. And they're still shaking hands.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I have to keep shaking your hand, and then
Saying his name.
I've at an end, and then I vote for you.
Yes. He takes his hand from you and sort of wrings it out a little bit. He says, at this point, you will be unable to vote for me. Unfortunately, that's something I want to work on. That is one of my campaign platforms, you might say.
Getting voted for?
No,
That makes sense.
reintegrating Adventure Incorporated and their people back into the town so that they have a voice and a say within the council.
Got it. Hey,
Into that.
now that you're kind of, back in Mug Hamara, what do you think if, I don't know, Adventure Incorporated just bought the town?
I think that would be from my interactions I've had with people in town, that would be a very good way to breed a lot of resentment in a short period of time.
Wait, so people actually like the mayor?
Oh, yes.
Not
Yes, he's
just
a
you?
very likable guy.
Not,
Yeah,
not just
yeah,
the city council?
They voted for him almost unanimously.
Was there anyone else running?
Yes.
Who was running?
The Tanner, but nobody likes him.
Why
Why?
not?
I want to talk to the
Smells like burnt leather all the time.
Yeah, but like, what if he smells like burnt leather, but like is a man of the people?
Yeah, he's not. He's just kind of a jerk.
Hey, Adnan, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
And not me a favor. It's not a favor for me. It's a favor for the people of this town.
Mm-hmm.
You know the baking accident?
Oh, yes, I'm familiar with the baking accident. Yes, I don't know why you said it that way, but yes, I am familiar with the baking accident.
It was because baking is a foreign concept to me. I don't understand it. So anyway.
Yes, we have to bake a lot of the potions we make, and sometimes they come out and sometimes they explode. It's a very difficult process for some of the more over-processed potions that we produce.
Same. Okay. So could you find out there's 11 people that died. Could you find out like maybe a little bit about them, like their lives? So like maybe but like tell like Gebetto, because he has his hand up, so he's volunteering for this. Just let him know what kind of like people they were. So maybe we can do like a memorial thing or something first. Oh,
yes, absolutely. That's a very kind, that would be a great gesture for Adventure Incorporated to do to really build some goodwill with the people of this town. That is a fantastic idea, Jennuvera.
That's not what my hand was up for.
Thanks. Okay, Gebetto.
Yes, Gebetto, I suppose, and then Asher. After that, with your hands raised.
Well, I think Asher's got the same question I do. So
I do.
Yes.
I'm sure I do.
So let him ask.
No,
and
you
if it's
ask.
wrong,
Let's say it at the same time.
all right, sure.
1,
How-
2, 3.
3. How do you bake a potion?
Oh, yes. Well, you take a metal cauldron, yes, one that can fit into an oven, and you put the potion in the metal cauldron and then put it into the oven when it's hot. I don't, that seems like a very odd question that's easy to
Why wouldn't you
answer.
just cover the cauldron? Like, how is that any different?
Oh,
What?
yeah,
The
I
way
guess
the
so. The
heat is
question should be
transferred into the
why. Why would you?
Why would you bake it? That's my question.
I went with how. That's my fault. Sorry.
As you dig deeper into the Manuel de Alchem, you will notice that there are many processes for producing potions that cause different effects within the potion, and the way that you heat the potion thoroughly is one of those things that can cause different effects. If you are heating the cauldron from below, the heat is dispersing from the bottom up through, but if you bake it, it changes the way that the heat enters the potion and can have severe changes on the effect.
But if it's cast iron and you preheat the cauldron, does it matter?
That is another possibility that you can do, but it is different than baking it.
Jennuvera is like really interested in this.
Yeah, I'm genuinely like, didn't really consider a couple of those things. So it's basically like you're convection cooking a potion.
Sure, I don't.
This is like half
all I
Asher,
know is
half
that
Rob.
all I
Yeah, I
know
was
is
gonna
that
say I love
sometimes-
the idea of a barbarian who was probably eating like dirt and rocks before coming to Adventure Incorporated. Like,
I just want to know how to make stone soup better.
Ah, yes. Well, that remains a mystery to us all.
I make a good stone soup.
I
It's not. Here's you know what the secret is. It's not made with actually stones. You just tell
yes.
people it's potatoes actually.
Okay, I won't tell anyone. I'll keep that to myself from here on out. Oh, all right, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
So, just real quick, a question. Not a big deal. I'm just curious how things are faring back home. How
Oh, everyone misses you.
Redbridge is getting along without me and whatnot.
She's doing okay.
yeah, she was saying the other day how she wished you would come for dinner.
Yes.
And
I would-
she actually told Jennuvera to ask you, but I can see Jennuvera forgot. And so when you go visit Redbridge for dinner, you can just tell her that Jennuvera did deliver the message. That way Jennuvera won't, she won't like get in trouble with Redbridge for forgetting.
I would not want Jennuvera to get in trouble with Redbridge,
Right.
but I may have to send her a letter politely declining. I would hate to be in the way.
Oh, no. She was saying how much she, day-to-day stuff. Sometimes there was a lot of, friction between you guys, but she valued your personal friendship. And
Well, then, I don't know if I'm ready to embark on such an adventure that does not require my expertise in the sorts of adventuring things I thought I came to be quite good at. But no, I understand. Perhaps we can touch base another time once the tavern is rebuilt and she can come and join me down here.
Okay, yeah. If you'd like, I will deliver that message to her for you.
No, I would not want Jennuvera to miss out on the opportunity to get some kudos from her, so I will send her a personal letter thanking her for the invitation and that Jennuvera did in fact deliver the message.
You don't have to
I don't
mention-
want
it's
that
okay,
to
you
be
don't have-
missed.
Okay.
Oh, that's perfect. You're such a good guy, Adnan. Hey, man,
Yeah.
I don't care. I miss you.
Oh, well, I'm still here, and of course you can still use my materials whenever you wish. And Jennuvera, it is a pleasure to see you as always, and as you as well, the rest of you. I don't, have as forged a deeper connection with you, Gillick, or you, Asher, but you seem like wonderful fellows, and I'm pleased to have run into you this night.
Thanks.
Hey, great job on that, pal. That was a really nice closing on that. I think you're
Yeah.
really getting this whole glad-handing politician thing. Oh,
Yes.
good point. Look at you.
Yeah, I've been working on that as well. I feel like instead of pointing, I just I sort of put a fist forward and point my thumb in the direction that I am nebulously speaking too. Yes. Well, thank you. Yes.
Been here before you today.
If any of you have babies you'd like me to kiss on my way out, I'd be happy to do so. I don't know why that's necessary, and frankly, every baby I've come across is horrified by my snout. But I hope that at one point I can get the hang of this.
That's a really funny image. It's like a really, just like a screaming baby, but like, oh, everyone's upset, but like feels the obligation to do it. I don't know why that got me so much. Just keep going.
Okay, bye.
Is there anything else? What?
Oh. Sorry, I thought you were leaving already. So I said bye. Sorry.
Oh no, I was saying if there is nothing else, I'll take my leave. So have a wonderful evening, Many Pennies, and I wish you well.
Goodbye.
Same.
Bye.
And he just looks around and walks off in a direction.
Geppetto, I'm sorry, but like, I would really love for you to intercept the profiles on those 11 people, and my hope is that they were all bad people, like they were all villains.
Oh, I'm sure they were. I'm sure they were the worst of the worst.
Yes. So
no one good goes to that bar.
No. So like,
No.
I'm gonna need you to intercept those for me, and then you can tell me. Or you can like soften the blow. Like if anyone was like an okay person and not just a real trash bag of a human, like.
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you. And I know you'll be honest with me. So.
Geppetto searches very intently for like a wink or a nod when she says that. Okay.
I love visual bits.
I'll be honest.
Let's take a break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with the second half. Thank you guys all so much for being here already. We're having a ton of fun, even if it's weird and heavy. Oh, I spelled it wrong.
Adnan the ad man.
Give way.
Give way. Give way. The break is coming. Give way. Welcome back, everybody. We are so excited to continue this. Thank you again for coming to join us for this tavern night. We this is maybe my favorite one so far.
It's the most
Two
interpersonal.
sunglasses?
I hate it.
No, the tavern night so far.
Oh, I thought you meant your dumb bit. I was like,
No, that
that
dumb bit's fun. I don't care about that dumb bit. It's just for fun. No, this tavern night's my favorite so far. Continuity between tavern nights. Whoa.
Now there's gonna be some like world building and some like tavern metaverse bullshit.
Yeah, I
'cause
hope
it's
Clyde
happening.
shows up.
Tavern metaverse.
The tavern verse.
Tavern verse.
I'm
Sector of the
I'm
tavern
in
verse.
on tavern metaverse, by the way.
All of the various universes are different except for all taverns are the same tavern.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty
But,
sure
like,
that's
so,
a
like,
thing.
Noir and Many Pennies still are encountering the same thing here as like cartoon Many Pennies.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The
We're
same pennies.
we're gonna wait. We're gonna save that for our animated film that we're gonna go fund.
Fucking yeah, like Critical Role. I wish.
Wow, that was the bit.
Yeah, we're not allowed to say that name on Twitch, actually. We gotta
Did we just get content IDs?
yeah. Sorry if our audio has cut out, everyone.
Okay. So
that's how I really talked.
Like this? Like if everything you say was just a big mouth?
or if I just mute him, then it's perfect. I can just mute him, and then it's the same bit.
Mute your microphone. You bet I am. Oh,
You're
never
fine.
mind. But now I know that function, so deal with it. My hat is dumb. Anyways.
All right. So you guys spend some time, get a couple more rounds of ale, a couple more rounds of meat. Jennuvera gets a couple more rounds of tears. And
True.
slowly more people have started to come out to the food wagon, get their food. They're all sort of hanging around the town. They're all hanging around the town square.
Sort
Hold,
of.
please. I
One.
got you.
That's only one. It's
I
one.
go to. We probably missed one.
We didn't. I've been.
I
very-
go to the tavern keeper and I'm like, man, like you should just like shred this and like put it in like a tortilla that and like with some vegetables and like you can charge it like a crazy price.
Okay. All right. I don't know that I have anything to put this in. You know.
Like a flat bread. Like a flat unleavened bread and just like fold it up and then just like eat it like a little flavor packet.
He's like, all right. Hold on.
And then like
you
nice
see him-
vegetables.
You see him step off the cart. He runs down the street a little ways. He comes back with a bunch of packs of unleavened bread,
Yes.
all sort of all tied up in a sack.
All right, like would you got some veggies or like what is the get some like I'll whip up a slaw. Asher runs off to the forest to go find some root vegetables.
Can I have some of that bread?
Do you want the meat on it?
Yes. But also, can I have some bread too?
Asher returns from the market realizing he didn't have to run to the forest and has a bunch of vegetables and starts creating like a slaw of sorts.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you guys, I guess, just make lamb tacos.
Hell yeah. I'm making aioli, baby.
Hell yeah.
He's like, okay, all right. So you wanted one, Gillick? Anyone else? Anyone else want one?
Order up. Ding.
Do you want to
Asher
try one of
starts-
these, Asher?
He's assembling. He's in full assembly mode. He's
Okay.
assembling other people's tacos.
He just starts charging 11 silver for them. Just hard, like right off the bat.
The euro. Hell yeah, you caught it.
Yeah, Gebetto looks at Gillick and he's like, hey man, can you imagine if somebody came to Adventure Incorporated and started telling us how to do our fucking jobs? This guy's like being so cool about it. I'd be pissed.
Steven, we should probably put like a yogurt sauce in this. You never gave him a name. I've named him Steven.
Yeah, Stephen the Elf. You
I
know,
mean, when
All
Asher's
right,
got good ideas, though. I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I know what you're saying, though. I know what you're saying. I
Yeah,
don't want people coming into my place telling me how to do my job.
yeah,
How to smite.
I'm
I know
amazed
how to
that
smite.
right.
I know how to smite and when to smite.
Yeah, like I know when I should be sneaking around and when I should be loud and when I should be, causing a distraction and when I should be using that distraction. Like,
so if I put the yogurt sauce on this like this, you think that'll brighten it up?
Yeah, it'll like really balance out the flavors.
This
Like
is
you
really
get, like the crunchiness from the vegetables, and then you get like the savoriness from the slow roasted. It tastes slow roasted lamb, and then you get like a little bit.
This is a lot more effort than lamb on a stick.
Yeah, but like you're charging now what, 12 silver?
Well, with this yogurt sauce, I'm going to charge 15.
Oh yeah, no, totally. So you should still charge lamb on a stick. Like that's an option. For, like budget conscious.
Ugh. He goes back to making food.
Do you not want me to help? Because I can stop.
I just don't know. I'm just here to. Really, I was just looking for a little war profiteering, more or less, and this is really cutting into my time.
Well, fine, dude. Whatever. You know what? I just invented an amazing dish for you. You can just take it, and I don't care.
Okay.
Thank you, chef.
He does. He takes it. You've given him permission. All right.
Asher doesn't care because he's stubborn.
hey, Gilly,
Hey, Gebetto.
does it make me an asshole if I never want to give anyone anything for free?
Well, I wasn't expecting that. I don't think so. No, if we're talking about, earning things in life, I don't know. Do you want to give things out for free?
No. Like, Jennuvera gave the bartender 40,000 gold, and now he's the mayor because he's the richest person in town. Asher just gave this dude who we were perfectly happy buying, 3 silver lamb on a sticks from, this idea for free that he can now charge 15 silver apiece for. He just gave him like 5 times more earning for nothing.
Asher's eating his euro angrily.
Like,
I see your point.
This is so good.
I just, you know what I mean? Like,
So what you're
I
saying
don't
is
want to do that stuff. Does that make me a bad person and they're great people? You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Is like, am I?
You're looking at the moral question, not
Yeah.
of free stuff. Is free good for you? I don't know. Here's a question: do you enjoy getting free things?
I mean, I feel like the free things that I get are because I've taken them.
Wait,
You know what I mean? Like,
free is different from stealing.
Asher finishes his euro. Asher finishes his euro. He's like, well, how do you express like that you care for something to someone, Gebetto? Like, what's your language for that?
oh, I mean, usually I tell them, or like
So words.
yeah, I mean, or
I
like
do
I give
things
them
for
a
people.
hugs, or
So touch.
Where's this going?
I don't know.
yeah, I mean, I guess.
I do think what I'm saying is I do things for people, and that's it.
Oh, you're like I guess it's like an act of service.
Yeah.
Would that be?
Mm-hmm. That's how I do. That's
What's
how I
the
do.
money one? What's the one where you just give someone
giving.
money?
Gift giving.
Philanthropy.
Jennuvera, is that your love language? Philanthropy? You should just give Clyde all your money.
First of all, he's the king now, so like I don't think he needs it. Second of all, I don't like I don't like what's a love language?
A person walks up to you guys. He's a human
God damn it.
Oh my
wearing
God. Here we go.
red.
If it's not fucking
Red
Clyde, I don't
poofy-
care.
It's not Clyde.
Red what?
Poofy pants. They poof out at his knees. They're like, pantaloons or whatever. And they're tucked into
Really tight
long
through the
socks.
thighs. Big poofs around the knees and then tucked into
Yeah.
socks.
Yeah.
Lord Hammer.
The big pulled up socks. Like and he's okay, I'll just continue. He's got a red shirt on that is double buttoned, and he has breeches. That's what I was looking for.
That's
Breeches.
the word. That's perfect.
And he's got one of those poofy hats with a feather coming off of the top of it.
There's fucking Tingle in our universe. Fucking
He says,
Legend of Zelda
you appear to be adventuring sorts, are you not?
Tingle.
Yeah. I mean, I
Yes.
like a good adventure.
He reaches into his pack that he has on his back, and he pulls out these 3 rods with a cloth running between them, and he pops it out, and it's a little seat, and he sets it down, and he sits on the seat, and he reaches into his pack, and he withdraws a notepad that he has pulled out an inkwell and quill, and he dips it in, and he says,
You're a bard?
Yes, I am a bard. Correct.
Geppetto, shush. Jennuvera is paying attention.
Gather round, and tell me your tales, so that I may
It's that
record
guy.
them for the future.
Ugh.
No, this sounds great.
This seems
Can
so
you-
self-serving.
Who would introduce anything like that, let alone themselves?
No. Can you tell us like a story? Can you say?
Yeah.
Can you sing us a song?
Sing us a song.
I am classically trained to tell stories, not to sing songs. I am not one who sings, but I tell tales.
Jennuvera is paying
I
less
currently
attention.
don't have any tales to tell. I am one without tales to tell, and that is why I have come seeking adventurers to tell me their stories that I might spread across the land.
Wait, so let me get this straight. You've been
Yes.
trained to tell stories. but you
Yes,
have no stories.
none that are mine to tell.
And you're
Copyright,
asking for
dude.
our stories.
Yes, so that I may tell your tale across the land.
Gillick, is this my chance?
Captain Hygiene.
Is this my chance to give somebody something for free?
I thought that.
This is your chance.
I thought the exact same thing, Captain Hygiene. Gather round to
I
tell
mean,
a tale
I'm pretty sure it is that guy.
of
Yeah.
adventure.
That
Yeah.
I
Mystery.
Yes.
right,
Shh.
correct. My name is Geppetto, and I'm a gnome rogue.
I'm Jennuvera, a sorcerer.
I'm Asher, and I like the name Jeff.
Punch that up. That's fine.
I'm Gillick. I'm a paladin warlock.
Also, we
I
have
do see myself as one capable of taking significant creative license in the stories that I acquire and create more enticing and interesting things from those stories. Follow a narrative structure that people can really get behind. Yes, you
I
don't
have
have to
to-
raise your hand with me, but
I have two questions. Okay. First of all, I have a statement and a question. We have a friend named Keth
okay.
who is a fighter monk, and he maybe there are puppies in his cloak. We'll never know. So that was my first statement. My second statement, can it be a love story?
Well,
I
that is your
really-
story. Perhaps I think all good stories have an element of romance to them, but one that is subtle and delicately played, not overdone. You know.
No, I would like a love story. Like if I tell you my story, can you punch it up with to make it like a real love story? So there's this guy, his name rhymes with Clyde, or maybe it is Clyde, and he is really handsome, and he is he's really handsome and nice, and he's very cool. He's very he always looks so cool.
So I am not so concerned about the person. Tell me about this relationship. Tell me about your connection to this person that we might derive interest to it.
The struggle.
Clearly, I can tell from the faces of your compatriots it is not a very interesting story, so perhaps we can build a more interesting version of it together.
Yes. It has to have a happy ending.
Happy ending. He writes that down.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Gebetto had a question, so let's go back to him, and then we can get back to this.
Oh, Asher had a question first.
Parts you would like to share with me about this relationship that we might build a better tale together, and I will ask these others what they think.
When you embellish this tale, are you going to use special effects, like different, to make the voices seem different?
I mean, I only have about 4 voices I can do, so it'll probably be somewhere in that
that's
range.
More than I thought. I assumed 3.
Well, I think 4 is fair. It's probably a few more, but we'll go with 4 just to be even-handed. Yeah. Yes.
You know, some stories start with knights and wenches, and that just feels really weird to me.
I don't think that
wench is such a weird, antiquated, and like gender.
Yeah, it just and like the idea of like a knight is like pretty up there, right? And like wench is real down low. So like,
and it doesn't.
Well, that sounds like a juxtaposition that's intentional. Then perhaps that you might want to get everyone between the two. It seems like a good way to gather a large group of people around you if you were looking.
Why is the cool one more male and the bad one more female? Why can't you have?
I don't think it matters.
Valkyries and dumb idiots. Like why?
I also think that there's nothing particularly saying a knight has to be male. I think that's something you've brought to the table here.
Wenches are definitely female.
Are they?
Yes.
Why?
You cannot argue that.
Wait, are there dude
Male
wenches?
What's
why not?
I've never met a dude wench.
A mensch. I figured it out.
Have you been to the sorts of establishments that would have dude wenches? Because perhaps that's the problem. You haven't been to enough of establishments that would have such a thing.
Remember, Asher's a hippie, guys.
Wait, mensch is really funny though. I just want to go back to that for just a minute. That's all I'm trying to say. I mean, you're right. But, I'm glad we talked it out.
Look, it's just something I think that I hadn't thought about it before, but it's something I'll consider. But, that's the sort of thing you would want a focus group anyway, to make sure a lot of people sort of felt the same way.
Cool. Does that cover your questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's all mine.
I got
Gillick, do you have anything right now, real quick?
Yes, I haven't heard from you, sir. Is there anything that, any part of this process that you don't quite understand, you would like clarification on, or a part of your story you would like told over and over again for all the world to hear? I take that as a no, good dwarf.
Okay, guess no. No,
Good dwarf. Oh my goodness, I didn't hear you say good dwarf.
Good dwarf. Good dwarf.
Good dwarf.
I was speaking to the wharf over there, but I can ask you as well.
There was a time with also our friend Keth where we ended up in another reality. And yeah, and we were a team, and we fought. We were warriors. We were bears, and it was a lot of fun. And I got a shield, and I reflected some ice back onto a guy.
That was cool.
Bears are an odd choice for an animal in this case. Have you considered maybe the dragons?
Yeah, that sounds so much better.
We were pretty excited about being the bears.
I can turn into a bear.
Phoenixes.
I can turn into a bear.
I don't know how I feel about this now. I think
I'm
not going to be the
I'm
bears.
just offering some other options.
I mean, we walk around. Because we were really excited about it. We kept going, the bears. We were the bears.
Yes, but consider this, okay? Try
Okay.
the Minotaurs. The Minotaurs.
Not a
Yeah,
bear.
that's like so many syllables. That's so many. That's like that's a mouthful.
All right,
The
hey,
Minotaurs.
it is
the
just something we're
bears,
trying.
The
I'm
dragons.
saying there are much more fearsome creatures in this world than bears. That perhaps something else that we could latch onto. Just think about it.
Okay.
Next, you're gonna tell me that Many Pennies is a bad name for anything.
Oh God, it's Many Pennies.
What is Many
Starts
Pennies?
making a bunch of notes in the notebook.
What would you change our name to? Let's hear a little taste of what you would do.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
real
yeah.
quick.
Mr.
Oh,
Poop
well,
in
these
red
are
pants
all
and bad
just-
fashion
No,
sense.
let's hear it.
What's your take?
Excuse me, sir. This is the height of fashion in Verena.
I mean, look at me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I was just trying to be. I was.
So what about a name though?
Yeah.
Yes, well, you are, as I can see here, I see a gnome before me. Yes, you seem to be one who blends with shadows well, if I am not mistaken.
Oh, thanks.
I see a dragonborn, of which carries within her great magical prowess. And love. A great deal of love. I see...
And magic. You're right. I also have a lot of that. It's like love and magic.
Love is magic. What a delicate line from a barbarian who smells such as you.
What is your problem?
I'm the one with the bad fashion sense. I'm just saying.
Look at
Yeah,
my
Asher,
scarf.
don't be rude.
Look at my scarf.
Yeah, hold on. We
Tell me
might
this is
actually
what
get a
this
good
is.
team name out
Yeah,
of this.
yeah.
I know he's like buying a ton of time right now, but like,
Yeah. No,
I am simply setting up what I see so that you understand where I am coming from when I throw some names at you.
remember Keth, fighter monk.
Yes, this Keth, I wish he was here. He sounds like a real, for me, it's sort of just an empty space that I'm just filling with other voices that
He's
aren't really his yet because I don't understand who he is.
He's a half orc.
Okay.
Yeah.
he dresses nice.
Yeah, he would love your pants.
Well, so do I. Let's see. This group, you seem to be bonded well together. I'm thinking something that puts across to the world that you are a threat, something that you have a great destiny about you, something you're going to carry forward into the future. How do you feel about Omen?
Go fuck yourself.
No, Asher, he doesn't know. Omen is actually a name of
Yeah,
another.
Omen's already taken.
Yeah, it's already taken. It's
Oh,
another
they're
good.
like the
Try
B
again though. That
team.
was good.
Okay. All right. Look, well then maybe you want to go a little more let's say comical. You want to
Hold on. No. Was
thinking
you thought,
maybe something like something a little fun and jovial. The Thirsty Horses.
Oh no, that one's
Oh.
already taken too.
yeah, it's better, but
No, I think Omen's better. Go back on that track.
You
yeah.
would be surprised how many names are already taken, pal. Let me tell you. Let me tell you a thing or two about names.
There's like
Okay.
one that's called the Forgotten Blurbs, I think.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a horrible name.
Well, that's what we're saying is like there's so many names of teams out
Like,
there currently already.
Ours is fairly middle of the road.
Well, yes. I mean, if you're working with if your peers are taking names like the Forgotten Blurbs, then yes, I suspect that the Many Pennies comes in. It kind of grows on you over time too. Now that I say it a lot, as it rattles around up there, I think that sounds it's better and better as time goes on.
What about
Something else? Yeah. What about a name that doesn't already exist for somebody?
Yeah.
Name that
Lord.
doesn't already exist for somebody.
Fuck you, Anthony. All of the messages get deleted.
It actually the message came up and it asked me if I wanted to allow it first.
Yeah, it was like,
Fully
hey,
allowed it so that I could block you.
hey, your message has been checked by mods and has not been sent. Mods have allowed your message. You've been banned. Hell yeah. Thanks, AP Wonder.
All right. Well, so then have you guys, I mean, first of all, I feel the need to point out that despite their the numerousness of them here, I think it interesting that you do not have within your ranks any humans. Is that an intentional choice?
Why would that be an intentional? What do you think
You think we're like
racist against humans?
Yeah.
I'm just checking.
No,
Why
so
would we-
actually a while ago, like I actually wrote down how we all met, and it's kind of it's a crazy story. I'm not a bard, so it's just like strictly journaling. Like it's not good at all, and I would literally never let anyone else read it. Like I wrote it really, really fast, like 2 days, whipped it up. So it's we just kind of like came upon each other in stages and grew as a group, and then like found ourselves at Adventure Incorporated, and then all of a sudden we were taking adventures. So it wasn't even like we were like, you are on our team and you are on our team and you're not on our team, human. That wasn't what we did at all.
So then perhaps consider this. The Executors of Adventure.
I kind of like that one.
It's just a lot of words that are hard for me to understand.
It's
Well, and
kinda
then you
long.
could just you would just call yourself
The axis of adventure.
Executors.
The
Executors is a
adventure.
powerful word.
What about
It implies
the
action.
EOA?
Axe venture.
EOA is also great. That is a
Wah.
great acronym for that. Yawa.
Wow.
Yawa.
EOA.
I like axe venture.
Well,
None
okay.
of us has an axe.
You can. That's fine. You can like that, I suppose. So, I think there are. We'll work on it. We'll workshop it. We'll find another name to call you within this story. But again, this Many Pennies. It's growing on me. You don't have to raise your hand.
Speaking of names,
Yes.
did we catch your name? I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm Quincy.
Quincy. Jennuvera.
We should workshop that.
Well, it's my name. That's
Weird.
okay. Yes, I'm
Asher,
not telling a story
don't
of me.
be
I'm telling the
rude.
story of you to people across the land.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have to raise your hands.
Yeah.
It's
What's your last name?
my last name.
Yes.
Well, is a man not allowed his secrets? Yeah, you don't have to raise your hand.
No. What's your
Well,
last name?
Why? What's your last name?
Yes, several.
Knackle Timber Shivers. Why?
Oh. You just give that away?
Yeah, of course. Literally every time I meet someone, I say, Gebetto Funkin', once you stumble, Knackle Timber Shivers, at your service. And then I bow.
Oh, well, that is brave of you, considering your line of work.
What's your last name, though?
I do not feel comfortable giving you my last name, sir.
No, it's okay.
Well, no, like if he's going to tell stories, right? Like it's important to have, like, what is the name attached to that story?
Quincy, the Bard.
Ooh.
Really?
Yes.
That's what you're going to go with?
I think it sounds
Currently?
great. And I think that Asher should ask his very quick question, and then we should get back to like the actual writing of the stories.
Okay. All right. You don't have to raise your hand. That's not necessary.
Are you not going to tell us your last name because you don't have a last name?
I have a
Oh,
last
no.
name. I do not.
Are you
I don't
like
have a
Kath?
last name. So if
Kath
you don't have a
doesn't-
last name, that's
Kath
fine.
doesn't have a last name.
Yeah.
Kath doesn't have a last name.
That's. I find.
It's okay if you don't have a last name. I just want to
Yeah,
make
dude,
sure.
like you don't have to be weird about it.
If you're just
It's
Quincy
not
the
weird.
Bard.
There is a great power in names, and it is not a power I wish to give freely.
No, it's okay. We believe you and we understand, and that's all we have to say on the naming
Yeah.
conversation.
First name Quincy, last name Bard, middle name The.
Excellent. I'll take it.
So Clyde.
Yes, tell me about this, Clyde, and your relationship, that we may craft a tale that is comes to a satisfying conclusion for you, and the story as it unfolds.
Ooh, what if we do it the other way? What is a satisfying conclusion for you?
Oh, we
Yeah,
get
what do
married
you-
and
how
are
do
in
you-
love
how should our
forever.
story end?
Sorry, what?
What?
Could you speak up?
What?
I
Well,
just
I'm thinking, I've had this rattling around for a while, and just hear me out, okay?
Okay.
You have a young person of some power. She is new to this world. She meets a man of similar power. He rises quickly through social ranks, high above her. There is a difficulty between them as he struggles to find a way to connect with her. And then she dies tragically.
Oh, that sounds great. I like that story.
And the story deals with the struggle of him trying to come to terms with a love he will never be able to acquire.
Why
Well,
couldn't he die? And,
diligently.
like, she has to deal with that. Like, why can't she be the empowered character?
She certainly can be. I felt it would be great if she died heroically, in a way that made her a hero across the land.
No, she
Something
shouldn't
for people
die.
to look up to along. It is a shadow that casts so long he can never date or love again because he thinks only of her and her bravery.
He's like more one dimension. I'd rather he die than her.
Yes, well, that's fine too.
No, I would not rather that. No.
He dies, and she must deal with the death of the one she loved and never felt his embrace. And yet she must adventure on, for there is much at stake, and it relies on her. Her heart grows cold.
And she gets real old and wrinkly?
Ah, very old, very wrinkly, before she ever learns to truly unlock her heart to her friends again.
Oh, Jennuvera got her groove back.
There's some great bits in there right now.
That wasn't really what I was thinking of when I said happy ending. When I said happy ending, I don't know if you heard that. You might have missed that because people were bothering you about names and stuff. But happy ending is like when you're happy, you're both happy.
Ah, okay then. Are you ready? I have a happy ending for you. Let's try this. The two people of great power, they're divided by political landscape. They come together. Once the young woman of power fulfills her destiny, becomes a great hero in this land, she joins together with this politically motivated individual. They couple. They have a child. The child is a great boon to their life, but the stress of the daily grind starts to eat away at her. She has found a place where she has never be comfortable again. She has seen the outside world, and life within the walls is so confining. It causes stress between them, and they split apart. And the daughter, she must grow to learn to love her parents separately. And the story is of her growth and her understanding of her parents as individuals, and she becomes richer for it and is a happy and loving individual ever forward. And in the long run, it is a happy story.
And she gets 2 Christmases.
Two.
And several Thanksgivings, depending on who's dating who.
No, I think it. I think that story is perfect, except the couple should stay happy and in love forever.
That doesn't seem very believable to me.
What if they come back together? Like, what if they like separate and they're like, you know what?
Oh yeah, and there's like a really long time in the middle, and then like they're separated for a super long time, and then
their death.
That's totally
like, thank goodness,
unbelievable.
Like, they totally they deserve to be together.
No, if you're gonna be away from someone for that long,
happy for them.
There's no way you're getting back together.
It sounds on their deathbeds. They wind up in the same
hospital. Oh my God! Yes.
No.
Quincy.
They hold hands. They die holding hands.
And their daughter dies early, so doesn't get to witness this.
She died. No, when they die, so much love is released back into the world. She dies instantly.
No.
Of love.
Of love.
That's a lot.
I don't know if you're understanding.
Asher is crying.
Quincy, I don't know if you quite get what I mean.
No, we'll workshop it. I think this will be good. I think this will be a high quality story. So whenever you find out about your story, you let me know, and I'll just punch it up to fit this mold. I think this archetype is very important, and we'll just hold on to this and just make everything else fit.
Sorry, can I just highlight what Captain Hygiene just said? Death by love, a fantasy adventure.
Well, this is a lot of great material for me to work on. I'm going to go and get started right away. This has been a great boon to me. Thank you.
I can't believe your name is Quincy.
Yeah, like you should have. Like I wanted like Honestly, I don't know. I have
Asher,
whenever
you
I think of a
can't
name, they're
want
very
people's
simple.
names to be different. They're born
Yeah.
with them.
Well, he wants our name to be different. and I'm
Yeah,
I
but
want the
we
name you
came up with
chose
a
for
dumb
your group to
name.
be different only in the story I tell.
well, someone came up with my name, and I like it, and I like my name, and I like our name.
I like your name too.
I also like my name.
Right, I think that's the point he's getting at, is he has his own name.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Don't try and rewrite fucking Many Pennies.
Okay. All right. I won't.
Except, no, you definitely can rewrite my parts as long as they are
No.
better.
No. Well, yes. What we talked about. What?
Well, I
Asher's
appreciate you
research.
giving me exclusive rights to your tale. This will be a wonderful story to spread across the kingdoms.
Guys.
Have a wonderful night, and I am sure we will be
Wait.
meeting again one day.
Wait.
I want us to get part of the money off of this if you're gonna go telling stories for free. Wait.
Ah, well, but a story is always free. I tell my stories for free as well, so there'll be no money to be made.
So
No,
then
okay.
how do you make money?
I hope that people are generous enough to patronize me and allow me to continue to tell my stories perfectly free.
Oh, I feel bad stealing your tips.
I don't.
Yeah,
we should get 10% at least. I feel like 20 is more fair.
I guess you're right, Asher. Like if it weren't for us, there would be no stories to tell.
I may not know how to read, but I'm very good at math.
That's not what this story tells me so far.
I've done a lot of statistical analysis today, so it's bleeding into Asher. Sorry.
I thought that was a character, and I was like, what?
Yeah, Asher has been doing statistical analysis back in Adventure Incorporated all day.
Well, like, what
He's
if
fucking Goodwill Hunting. Like,
He can't read or write, but he can just statistical analysis.
my favorite part about that Goodwill Hunting scene is I met someone who's like a basic engineer, and the actual math is very simple if you just like know basic like engineering or something. And he's just like, it's not that impressive.
Okay.
Just wanted to ruin some movie magic.
All right. He bows deeply and says, "And now I bid you adieu."
20%.
Okay, we'll discuss. We'll workshop it. We'll come up with something fair, I imagine.
Remember, happy ending.
Yes, a happy ending for all.
yes, everyone.
Oh, yeah, they should get happy
Please.
endings, too.
Please, happy ending.
Yes. I will write happy endings for all, presuming that none of them happen. If a good one happens, we don't have to write one. But if it does happen, then I will write one, and it will all come across as though a happy ending has occurred, whether one has or not.
Honestly, that's fine by me.
Well, all right. Then enjoy your own personal immortality as I spread the word of the Many Pennies across the land.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to work on it.
No.
Rude. Get out of here.
Yeah.
No, we'll miss you.
Goodbye. He runs off.
Goodbye.
He never actually asked me for my story.
Or any of us but Jennuvera. It's all going to be about Clyde.
Jennuvera's. And then he like completely rewrote it.
That's fine.
Super compelling.
Way better.
Yeah.
But it's like you know.
Wait.
But
I'll read it.
But his intro was so charming. Makes me want to donate to it makes me want to be his patron of sorts.
hey, Gillick,
Hey, Geppetto. What's up?
if we gave him all our stories for free,
Mm-hmm.
but then he gives us fame for free,
Well, what can you do with fame? Can you purchase anything with fame?
No, but you can get adventures.
We could get more adventures with fame.
Is it advertising?
I
Right.
bet if we were famous, then our children could get into the top universities of New Merida.
I think we would
avoid the
still need
war.
money.
You probably need to falsify some records.
Also, I'd probably have to have a child.
Yeah, not all of us have plans like that, Jennuvera.
But
I'm just thinking
you
of
know,
the future.
they might exist. I don't know. There's definitely possibility.
Yeah, what if you already... Asher, do you think you already have children?
Asher, are
There's
you a dad?
there's been several nights that could mean yes. But they were before I met you, obviously.
I mean, that's not necessarily
Is that
obvious.
obvious, or does it need to be obvious?
I feel like it's obvious.
I like the idea that like every night we all go back to the same bunk. Like we've got
Everyone
all
would
these.
know if I'd been missing.
Everyone's always keeping track of my position.
Jennuvera hates this conversation.
All I'm saying is I could be a dad, but they would definitely be in my former tribe, and then
Asher, you need to find that out.
Well, then they would be controlled by.
Let's go on a
Gorm, and
mission
that's
right
very
now.
bad. Okay.
Technically, Asher, you would be a father.
What is that?
Any man can be a father, but it takes a special man to be a dad.
I didn't have one, so okay.
Yeah, mine. Well, you know
No,
what
I know.
happened to mine.
Yeah, and I feel really bad about it.
Gebetto
Asher takes a
finishes
drink.
his ale.
You guys see across the town square,
Across. Oh.
across the town square, a elven woman pushes a small cart into town.
Full of
The
children.
small man over. Continue.
The cart is just a box on wheels with handles. She moves around to the front of the box. She opens it up, pulls some things out of it, closes it, and throws a cloth over the top of it. Sets up 2 candles and lights them both.
Hey, Gillick,
And
is
pulls-
that one of your friends?
Do I recognize this person?
You do not.
Okay. Not one of mine.
No, I just
Well, they-
figured the whole like candle and cloth thing seemed a little.
Pretty Gilligan.
I don't know. I know what you're saying.
She pulls a deck of cards out of a pouch at her side and begins to shuffle them.
Well, that's probably nothing.
Yeah, we should probably ignore that and
No,
keep
no, no.
drinking.
I'm
Let's
gonna
talk
go-
about.
I'm gonna go talk
No,
to her.
Jennuvera, I got a lot of questions for you.
No, I'm gonna go talk to the lady with the cards because I
See,
think she's gonna
I-
tell my
I
fortune,
thought we
and
should-
I really want to ask her specifically about Clyde. This
I
time.
thought
I
we
might
should
be
come
a
up with a
dad.
plan
I might
to
be a
get
dad.
Clyde, to come on our next trip. So I figured we could use this time right now, this current exact time, to talk about
No,
it.
maybe we should ask this lady though how we could do that in a good. I'm just gonna go talk to her.
I don't know, guys. Maybe we should just not do that whole Clyde on the next trip
oh no,
thing.
guys, no!
Do you really think I might be a dad?
Yes, probably.
Like, there's definitely several people.
Okay, we get it, Asher.
Yeah, we get it.
We get it,
Yeah,
Asher.
let's
You've
go.
done stuff
Yeah.
with other people. We get it.
I love the idea that Jennuvera can't say.
Yeah, All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, when she says done stuff, I think she means had sex with.
Oh, that's not-
Yeah, I fucked. That's fair. That's right.
Clug high fives you, like Ghost Clug, and then just floats by.
We've been waiting for that for a while.
I think we should all go talk to the lady with the cards.
Oh, so you don't want Clyde to
I
come
do
on the
want Clyde
next
to
trip?
Geppetto, why are you making this so hard for me? Why don't you, want to
know,
get your
I don't
fortune
know.
told?
I just at the beginning of the night, I decided I was going to give you a hard time all night tonight, and so far it's worked. And I've had a really great evening.
I'm
So what I was thinking was, we could write a letter to Clyde
mm-hmm,
saying that it's so important that he join us.
mm-hmm.
And we could tell him why, Jennuvera, give me some details about why it's important.
Mm-hmm, because he's the best and he's awesome and he's great and he's powerful. Mm-hmm.
Not compelling.
Yeah.
Where's that bard? We should have that bard tell us.
Shh, Asher.
Oh, I'd love to keep talking about this, but My throat is so scratchy.
Okay,
Let me
well,
get a drink.
Yeah, well, you go get a drink. I'm gonna go talk to this lady with the cards. Gillick, you want to come with me, right?
Yes, I definitely want to check out the lady with the cards.
Okay.
Asher doesn't join until he realizes he's by himself at the table, and then like kind of like awkwardly hobbles over to the table.
Okay.
He's just like, I don't need other people. I'm lonely. What are they doing over there?
Yeah, once Gebetto gets his drink and he turns around and everyone's gone, he's like, what the fuck?
Asher's like, I'm such a loner. Where'd everyone go?
So you guys head over to the table. As you approach, the woman says, "Hello, Jennuvera. Hello, Gillick.
Hello, card lady.
Is Asher going to join us?"
Gillick looks over. Is Asher joining us?
He's sitting stubbornly still in the corner waiting, and then just stands up.
I think so.
If he had a phone, he'd pull it out, but he doesn't, so he joins you.
He pulls out a rock and like starts like rubbing the worry stone, like he's scrolling.
I'm gonna text a bird.
I am sure Gebetto will be with us soon.
Sound like he's dead.
You have come with questions. I have come with answers, though not always the answers we seek. I sense that this is not the first time one with my skills has visited you. Then I would give you an option. There is often a lot of value in learning more about yourself and your path, to see what lies before you, to understand what lies behind. But there is often value in learning the path of others, to see what lies behind them and what lies before them yet to come. Gebetto, you join up around this time as well.
Yeah.
So, you may seek guidance of your own fate, or I would allow you to seek the guidance of the fate of another. I will warn you that it is sometimes harder for the spirits to show the path of one that is not present, but a connection to that person can allow for that pathway to be explored. I would also warn you that knowing the path of another does not mean they will walk it. And it can be confusing to see from outside one's mind what happens within it. Sometimes knowing your own heart is more important than knowing another's. But it is up to you to make this choice each on your own.
I really want to just yell out to know Jennuvera's like path.
She said one that's not here.
That's not what she said.
Didn't she say?
She
Didn't you
said
say
it's easier if they're here.
Oh. I misheard. I heard what I wanted.
And so I would give each of you this choice, that you may see your own path revealed, or you may see the path of another.
Jennuvera, I feel like you want to go first.
No, I would like to see someone else go first.
I'd like to know. It's hard for me because I don't really know a lot of people who are related to me or connected to me, but I got a weird feeling that they're out there. I'd like to know the path of.
Jennuvera regrets her decision to let Asher go first.
I don't know. Someone else go. I get to think.
Okay. I would like. Is it okay if I go? Yeah? Okay.
You're going.
I would like to see the path of Clyde Harper, King of Carapath.
Royalty.
God, this is so creepy.
Shh.
It's like stalkery, but in like a mystical way.
No,
Asher,
it's not. I'm just trying to understand.
Not weird. Not weird.
Shh.
She fans the cards out in front of her. She shuffles them around on the board. She puts them back together. She says, I will peer through the deck. We will look together at what cards come up.
Okay.
We will see his past. We will see his present.
Okay.
And we will see
Won't
his
see-
future.
We won't see his butt though. Sorry. Just true.
Do you think Jennuvera is gonna see his butt in the future? That'll be the
We'll
future card.
find out.
Totally. They're gonna get together.
Surrender to the flow.
Oh.
For much of this time, your king has followed the path presented to him. He has not made choices for himself, but reacted to the things that have been presented. He has answered the call, but he has not thought of his own path, instead moved with what came before him.
He's so selfless.
Nourish the soul.
Yeah, baby,
What he
get it.
does now, he does
Sorry.
because he must. If he does not, a void will form to turn his back on those who need him. It is a part of him. To see his future. This is a dangerous card, one prone to misinterpretation. Are you sure you wish to see this?
Yes.
Time to reflect. 2 reflections. Mirror one another. 2 on the same path, but alongside. What he needs now is an opportunity to understand himself, to see what he can be. He has not stopped to think of his own path, and it is that lack of path that causes his consternation. He is lost.
Jennuvera writes down, Clyde is sad and lost. I must help him.
I figured out who I want to ask about.
Yes.
Wait, was
All
that
I-
it for me?
Was
That's
your
it?
card?
Yeah, dude, you got your cards.
You got 3 cards.
The path of another is not one easily understood from outside their mind.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Go ahead, Asher. I just want it. Okay.
I've been filled with. I don't remember my past, and I don't obviously know my future, but I do know that there's some connection somewhere to some relative, and I believe it's a sister. And
But
I'd like
is it
to
a
know-
child? Is that the question you were going to ask, Asher?
No,
Are
it
we on the
isn't.
same
I want
page?
to know
Oh.
about my family.
That is not a thing I can do for you.
Well, then
There
I
is
can think about it more.
Can you
I can.
do
peer
those
into-
cards tell you do those cards tell you if he's like a dad?
If he wished to peer into his own spirit, perhaps there is something we could learn there. But
Fine.
not-
I would like to know my own spirit.
then we will stare upon the cards and what they mean for you.
Force my hand, will you?
You can. I can't do a nebulous person you do not know.
Well,
There are many people And the cards do not react that way.
Yeah, you could do somebody that we do know.
Yeah, but I don't. Well,
But I don't care about any of those
The
people.
cards have been, they have attuned to your spirit. First, we will see your past. The path that brought you here. Have courage. At some point, you have made a choice. A dangerous choice. A choice that required you to face a problem with bravery. That bravery brought you here. It is why you are what you are, and why you are where you are. Love without condition. You are an empty vessel. You are a mark.
Sorry. You got
You
this,
are a
dude.
mark on this world, but there are people connected to you. People whose love for you knows no restriction. You say that there is family out there. I believe you. For that family is a bond that is difficult to sever, even for perceived slights or great distances of time. Your future, the path that lies before you, one of many, but one that may be your path. Let go of the old. It is time for you to forget that which has bound you and move forward. Do not cling to those things that hold you back. Find a way to forge anew. That is the path I see for you.
Jennuvera bats his hands down.
Gillick or Gebetto, would you like to see a path of another or one of your own?
You want to go rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, hell yeah. Give me Jennuvera's.
whoa.
This is an unusual request.
He said if they're here, it's easier.
It is easier. You are not wrong. Jennuvera, your spirit will be tapped for this.
Okay, it's fine. Honestly, I wanted both, but I chose Clyde. So this is cool. Thanks.
And just so you know, it's okay if like the Alone Forever card comes up at some point. I'm just, Shh, actually, that was really harsh.
Yeah, that was real mean, but shh.
We will look to the path that has brought you here, that has made you what you are.
It's the Alone Forever card.
Know your fears.
You're alone forever, fear.
You have been ruled by your fears to this point. You have allowed them to consume you.
Ruled by
You have been
fears.
steeped in them. Know what those fears are. Look into your past and see what has caused this, for it is the only way you will be able to understand them and move past them. Embrace the feminine.
This is the second time. You remember you said you knew that we had met someone like you before? The last time I got this card as well.
It is the path that you are on now. That when around you, you are faced with trials. You must remember that you have innate value that others do not bring to this. You must embrace that part of you, find it within you, and cultivate it.
Embrace my lady bits.
Yikes.
Your future path. This is important. It is one that you must fully understand to walk. Do not fear the unknown. There is much that will come that you will not understand. Things you must face with questions. If you fear these questions, if you fear that which you do not fully grasp, you will be paralyzed. There will be nothing for you to do. Sometimes we must face these fears of the unknown with bravery and boldness.
Thank you.
It's always rules.
Gillick,
Aye.
is there a path that you would have me reveal?
Ugh. I want to know about Keth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been acting really weird lately.
Yeah.
Very.
If we could get some sort of insight on him. That's a good call, Gillick.
Thanks.
I feel him. He is near, but
Not
This-
near enough.
at the same time, I will look to his past. Love that you are different. There are things about Keth, things about his past that have made him who he is, that are different than who you are, that are different than all of you. Those things are important to what Keth is, and it is important to understand and embrace them, to understand who Keth truly is. Embrace the dark. He has found darkness, but not shadow. It is a darkness that is the other side of light, that shadow is not.
I don't know anything about that. It's darkness that's not shadow. That's very interesting.
This darkness, it is strong, but he has chosen it, and it has not taken hold of him. He has taken hold of it. The path that lies before him. Embrace spirit.
Yikes,
Is
dog.
that a groundhog?
That's dope as
It's
shit.
an eagle.
No, it's
Spirit.
not eagle.
Yeah, that was what? Did you think it
A
was?
Spirit
groundhog? Bum, bum, bum.
That a beaver?
It just
Spirit
repeats
is
over and over
spirit.
again.
Spirit presents itself in many ways. We all have a spirit that is internal to us. To embrace that is to find oneself truly. But there is a spirituality that binds us all. And to find that spirit, to tap into what makes you who you are and bring it into yourself, that is to embrace a spirit outside you. That too is important. If he has found spirits to embrace, then he has built himself anew with it. There is something about the four of you. And tapping into Keth, he has shared it too. Visions of another. An imprint still lasts upon you. You have felt a life, a powerful life, that does not belong to you. One of divination. I can feel the edges of this life. I think that I can draw them here, coalesce that spirit to see its cards.
Just to clarify, you're going to read its cards. You're not going to draw him here.
I will not draw him here any
Will he
more
know?
than I drew the one that you requested.
Do they know?
Did you know,
Unlike-
Jennuvera?
Well, I knew because you told me. I should have been. Do the people that
One would have to be incredibly in tune with their own spirit. Something I do not think your
Don't
Clyde
worry
is.
about Clyde. Yeah, no. Clyde isn't
No.
in tune with a goddamn thing.
No, that's okay.
Gorm,
This other-
however,
This other is very powerful, but attuned with his own spirit. His spirit now seems in conflict. Like there are multiple sides to him at war.
Okay.
I think I can do this without drawing his attention. Would you have me do this?
Oh, you're talking about Gorm.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Perhaps. Perhaps. I don't know. I know that it's a spirit that you have touched.
Got it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm cool with this.
Yeah,
Y'all cool with this?
I'm fine with it.
could help.
The path that he has walked is a long and twisting one. Seek your destiny. This Gorm believes that the path he follows is one that he must follow, that he must do what he is doing, and that he is the only one who can do so. He follows this as a zealot follows their god because it is the only thing he knows. It is his destiny he seeks, and he believes this to be the only way. Hear the ancient ones. The path he follows is one guided by voices outside his own. He follows a path laid before him by others. It is still his choice to heed these calls. But he is a tool to these ancient forces. This card comes with much danger. I have warned you of the future before, but this... Are you sure you are ready?
Yeah, dude.
Yes, I am not afraid of the unknown.
I'm nervous.
I'm afraid of the unknown. That's why I want to know it.
Well, she told me not to be.
Well, fair.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job.
The dragon. Be patient.
Oh, I don't like that one. I don't
The
like
path
that.
he has on now has no end for him. He will wait it out if he must. He can be more patient than any. He will find a way to succeed. That is what I see when I look upon him. A man who will stop at nothing, and a man who can afford to stop at nothing. He is dangerous. Be careful.
I didn't like that last card at all.
Anthony, you just drew that, right? Like
Yes,
you
I
picked
did
it.
just try. I did not pick it.
Like you picked it out of the.
Yeah, but what about with Kath? You cheated on Kath, right?
Yeah.
I didn't cheat on Cats either.
You
I
cheated.
don't cheat on any of these. That wouldn't be any fun.
We're
No,
gonna
but
fucking lose.
So this is why Gebetto just wants him to go to a different reality.
Yeah, get it now.
She takes the cards that she had laid out, and each of them are still laid out in front of her. She packs them up, puts them away. She says, "The spirits quiver around you. Your destiny is important, and they watch with anticipation. You are never alone. Know that." She snuffs out the 2 candles, gathers up the cloth, opens the box and places everything inside, picks up the 2 handles to the cart, nods, and walks away.
thank you.
Goodbye.
Holy shit, you guys.
Asher chugs his drink.
Gillick also chugs his drink.
I'm so glad I didn't ask about me.
Heh.
A peacekeeper walks up to your group. "Ah, there are more of you now."
Asher resists the urge to turn
Who
into
is
a
this?
bear.
Who are you?
Oh yeah, our friends just got here. We were just talking about that crazy bakery accident.
It seems that the flues were all in working condition. I was able to piece them together brick by brick and found that nothing was wrong with them.
Huh.
Oh, is he looking into the baking accident that happened at the tavern?
Yeah. This is sorry, we didn't catch your name last time. Gebetto Fonkin, One Shoe Stumble Knackle Timber Shivers at your service.
I am Meryl's Carlyle.
Meryl's Carlisle?
Yes,
Attorney at law.
I am a peacekeeper.
Sorry,
Excuse me,
is that Meryl apostrophe S Carlisle
No.
or
Meryl. My name is Meryl's. Mearls.
where's that from? That's so interesting. That's such an interesting name.
It is a Bradmont name. An old Bradmont name.
And it's a lovely name. It's a good name. Strong
Yeah,
name.
I just never heard it before. That's amazing.
My great-great-grandfather.
Oh, so
He
are
has
you
the last
like
name.
Meryl's Carlisle the 5th?
My mother's side.
Oh,
That's cool. He has a last name, guys.
yes. So, flues were in working condition, so it looks like it was just the our
I am
pal.
still not determined, but a baking accident seems to be the most likely outcome right now.
Yeah,
Jeez.
our friend Adnan was just here talking about how, he has those kind of baking accidents all the time. So they're pretty common, it seems like.
Make a charisma check for me.
18 plus, like what, 7? 4? Yeah, 22.
7? He nods and he says, I am learning that perhaps baking accidents are more commonplace than I ever understood.
Yeah, Adnan was telling us about how you can you can bake liquids. Did you know that?
I did know that. That's pretty common standard practice in apothecaries from my understanding.
Okay, well,
Wow, jeez,
Jeez,
wow. Talk down to us, Lauren.
Meryl's.
Jesus Christ. I don't know.
I'm an
what-
investigator. This is what I do.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm not a baker, so fucked if I know.
Well, if anything reminds you what might have occurred that night, if you're clear of mind and recall some other detail that may help me solve this fully, I will keep this report. I will submit my report, but keep it open for the possibility of changing I'm willing to get more information on this.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Are you asking because you don't? Do you like what if you were to make an intuition? Like
yeah,
a
what's
gut
your
check,
take on this? Are you like
what's your
a
check?
yeah? Are you like an investigator? Well, I mean, I know you're an investigator,
Yeah,
but are you like a private investigator? Like, do you
But, like,
have a
what's your,
pet
like,
theory?
You got like a bad feeling, like something doesn't add up,
Yeah,
or like
something eating at your soul. You know what I
Like, it's
mean?
like-
It's like something sits weird in your
this
belly.
is super. We're wicked into true crime. Like
Yeah.
we love it. Like we want to know. Like
yeah,
the
we hang out
insides
with
and
true
outsides
crime bards all the time.
all the time.
My suspicion, being so close to that place on the hill, is that this was not some accident, but likely some blowback from some adventure gone wrong. Vigilantes who take our problems into their own hands.
Oh well, we can actually we can let you know like 100% that there were no adventuring parties like assigned to the tavern.
Yeah, the only ones that were there were us, and we've told you everything we know.
Huh. I'll be making my report. If you find anything that you think to be revealing, let me know.
We definitely will. Yes,
And
we
and if you-
definitely will.
Can I say one more thing? I just want to say, like, if you have any questions, I do work for Adventure Incorporated, and I do have a whole party of. I'm actually the master of the lands. Like, I have a whole party of scouts that can actually assist you in your investigation if you need. You have our full cooperation.
I don't think that'll be necessary.
Okay.
And he walks away.
Man, I thought you guys were gonna start digging into the mayor, and I was so nervous.
Oh no, you told me not to do that.
You guys did great.
Thank you. But I wanted to.
You
I
almost
wanted to.
fucking blew it.
What?
You guys did great. Right there at the end.
Like it's just.
We didn't have to say anything about being in an adventuring party.
But
But
then
I
gave
didn't say
it
that.
up. Both
I
of
smoothed
y'all.
it over, and that's not my style.
I
so.
didn't say that.
You said you know for a fact that there were no adventuring parties assigned. Why even bring it up? Why not just be like, oh, okay, cool.
Because then he'll take the heat off of Adventure Incorporated.
God, I don't know. I feel like the heat's on.
I feel like I did a really good job convincing him.
I feel
was
like we all
very
need to change our
persuasive.
names and change the company name
Oh boy.
and change our adventuring team name. And
the Bard
move.
wins.
Quincy yells, maybe you shouldn't give your name to everybody. And that's where we'll call it. Thank you, everyone, so much for coming to join us tonight. We're going to do our drawing right now.
Pick me.
What?
How do I do it?
You're not part of it. You don't get to.
No, but how do I make the drawing happen?
Browley wins!
Yay!
So that should be going into the chat. Hooray!
Hooray!
So we'll get in touch with Browley. You're going to get one of the patches. We're very excited about it. And yeah, that's what's happening. So thank you, everybody, for coming to join us this week. We absolutely had a blast. Next week, we're doing something a little bit different. We are going to do a fun little gaming night. Basically, we're going to play some trivia games and stuff. It's going to be a little different than what we normally do. It's not in character. It's just us hanging out, and we are happy to come and hang out, have you guys come and hang out with us. There's a lot of audience interactivity in it. So if you've ever played any of the Jackbox stuff before, that's what we're doing. So it'll be a fun time for everybody to come and play and hang out with us and just chill. So that should be a really, really fun night. And I hope you come and join us next Tuesday for that. There's a whole bunch of other stuff coming up tomorrow. Maybe we'll see. We might push it out a little bit, but tomorrow is the coloring contest original due date. If you colored any of the pages, we've got our fan art contest coming up. We have a short story contest coming up. We have several drawings for the rest of the week. So make sure you're hopping on to adventureinkpod.com and click that link at the top to go and see all of the information about how you can win, Facebook posts, Twitter posts. Send me a link to or a screenshot of your iTunes reviews or whatever. There are all kinds of ways to get really, really cool stuff this month.
Yeah,
The
do the
patches
things.
and the things. Do all the things.
Do all
all
the
the
things.
things.
You
They're
can
very
also
fun
go to-
things.
You can also go to adventure-march-2019/ if you hate clicking on images.
Sure. If you really want to type all that stuff in.
He is so
Well-
radio. That's what I've been saying. I've been saying that he has two voices, right? Anthony has
Yeah.
regular
Quincy voice.
Anthony voice, and then radio Anthony boy.
Quincy
Your
voice.
radio
You are
voice for
tuned into
everything.
Radio Anthony.
It's going to be only a radio all the time. So from now
Radio.
on, whenever I'm DMing, I'm radio DMing, and that's how it's going to be.
It's
I
like
hope you
just-
enjoy it, and it's all Mike's fault if you don't.
It's just enough vocal fry to make it warm enough to sound like it's on the radio.
I
That's
didn't
right.
even call that out this time. This was 8-Bit Wonder. Don't blame
Fuck
me.
that guy. He sucks anyway.
No,
No.
he makes good jokes most of the time. Most.
All right, we love everybody so much. Thank you
Yay,
all
we
for
love
coming to
you.
join us again
Thanks,
tonight. We'll
guys.
see you next week, and good night.
Good night. Goodbye.